Dice, man. What's poppin', my G?
I'm chilling, brother. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to see you, man.
But finally, you get to meet in person.
Yes, yes.
We've been, in communication for about a year now, I think.
Yeah.
Or even over a year.
It's been a little over a year. I think the last time, I think you was in Canada.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, the full
pandemic times.
Hey, listen, post pandemic times are treating you nicely, bro.
I mean, what can I say?
I mean, the full drip is back in effect. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, without looking.
Bring the mic forward.
Yeah, sorry, man. So we out, looking stylish as always.
Yeah.
I love fashion, so.
Yeah, because I noticed that the main thing that you changed is your hair again. Because the last time it was just like your full natural hair.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's your natural hair, but you just cut highlighted it.
Yeah, but I highlighted it. I did the ombre,
yeah,
with some brown in it.
Do you go through phases of different colors of hair? Like, does it depend on what mood you're in at the time?
Yeah, I think sometimes I just get bored of certain looks and I just want to, switch it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I've really gone anything more than like blonde and black.
Yeah, I did the blonde thing 2 years ago during the pandemic as well. I think it was just one of those ones that I felt to myself that if I'm going to go out because of COVID, let me just go something crazy. I'll go like blonde. And I was afraid that my mum was going to cuss me out because she don't like too many changes on me. But then when I got to her, she was like, I would have preferred you in platinum grey. You know how Cisco used to do it? Yeah. she preferred it if I was doing the whole grey stuff. But I was like, oh, okay, I'll consider that next time. And then I did like red. I think it was like a warm sort of like table red.
I don't see it. I don't see me doing red though. I think like that's bold though. That's really bold.
Is it a bold move?
I don't know.
Is it too much of a bold move? Is it really? I mean, knowing how you go about, I mean, you willing to almost dye your hair like in that sort of way?
Maybe, I don't know. I might just wake up one day and feel red.
Yeah, just one day.
Yeah.
It has to go with the drip though, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you got to go with the mood too.
Yeah. I see you wearing Versace's.
Yeah, these are the classics,
Yeah. Where did you pick that one from? Was it something you did a while ago or?
Yeah, from Toronto actually.
Yeah.
I had the same ones in. There's a picture that I had when I just dropped like Miracle at the time. I had the same ones in white, and I always just liked the piece, so I got the black ones recently.
Okay. I mean, look, the drip is in full effect, man. Like you've got the full dice back as we know it. Like forget the pandemic times. Like you're back now.
Yes.
I see that you were riding on the Lion bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that for you? 'Cause I'm surprised you didn't go on the Boris bike. That it could have been monumental.
Which one is that?
It's the ones that have say Santander on it. It's like the red ones.
It has I've seen those as well, but I think one is electric and one isn't.
I think the Lime one is electric. Yeah.
So I placed an order. I was trying to get some new colognes at Harrods.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't getting there in time, so they told me I had to wait a couple hours. And so the people that I was out with, they're like, oh, how about we just do something that's very London, and they showed me the bikes, and it was pretty fun. We rode through the parks and we did this little boat thing where like you have to paddle.
Oh, them ones where you're just in these paddle boats, and then going through the Thames and stuff.
Yeah, I did that too. That was pretty interesting. Just experiencing London as a average person.
I never really done that before because for someone that's lived there all their lives, and I still haven't done that sort of stuff. But you're doing it anyway. It just seems like you're fitting in at home. Like it's nothing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because we have similar things in Toronto, but I never even bothered
is it because that you're just at home anyway? You just feel it's like I can do that anytime really?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's like a feeling that when you go to another country, it's like you have to dominate as much as possible before you go back, because then you feel more fulfilled on that. It's like I've done this and this and this. I'm back home. I don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah, I needed to create memories that I could look back to and be like, when I was in London, this what happened and this what I did, and experience London in its true form.
Yeah, because I know that you came in 2018. That was your first time over here.
Yeah, but when I came in 2018, at the time, I was booked for a show. I think it was Converse All Stars that had brought me here.
Yes.
And
that's when you met Tiny as well for the first time, and we talked about it before.
And then we did a record with Wizkid.
Yeah, I remember you said about that before.
And then I met Skepta. I think that was the first time I met Skep, and
So just bring the mic up a bit.
Yeah. So I didn't really get to do like regular stuff. It was more like I was in the studios and then just like performing and stuff. I didn't really get to feel London as a regular.
So it just felt like the first time was just like business, straight through, quick things,
Yeah.
no chance. And then this time it's just like you're having a bit more time to yourself to digest everything.
Yes.
What's the most, like, I mean, apart from the line bikes, what's the most that you've taken from our country so far that, you know, now that when you go back, you'll feel like, yeah, I really dig this?
I don't know. So something that I admire though is the simplicity in the culture. Like you know, everybody's jumping on the trains and jumping on the buses, and you know, they just show up. Like you know, whereas where I come from, it's a different energy. Like you know, when we pulling out, you know, it has to be in the foreigns. You know, we gotta pull up like 20 deep. Like it's a different vibe. You know, as far as like fashion. Like everyone's chilling, like
because it feels like a chilling vibe. Because I was expecting that, you know, you'd be with your management, like an entourage of people, like, you know, your friends and stuff, and then I was hearing that you was coming on your ones. I thought like, yeah, you are really like just chilling at home, like you're just vibing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Here is simple and it feels free. You know, back home, like we don't go out like that.
Right.
You know, there's a bunch of cars and a bunch of security and
too much of a hassle.
It's a lot going on. But,
wow.
You know, so I'm just embracing it. And, you know, just experiencing life on a different term.
Yeah.
You know, while I'm out here, so it's just me and my homegirl over there. You know,
big up to your homegirl, man.
You know, taking Ubers and stuff like that. Because you know, I don't remember the last time I was in an Uber or, you know, just hopping on like public transport. So so this is all like interesting.
So see, like when you're at home, like are you driven everywhere? Like how does it work? Because like you know, you being here, you're just driving here, there and everywhere. You've been driven. Like what's it like at home? Is it literally just like, are you walking to places? Are you being driven? Like what's the vibe?
Yeah, so I'm being driven everywhere. Like you know, there's a driver, then there's security, and then there's, you know, the entourage, there's the managers, and you know, and then there's a bunch of cars.
Because you were on your European tour last week, and I see like a lot of your stories that you come out the car, you got your security there, take you out the car, you see like, you know, big hot shot out here, you know, the one's there.
That's kind of how it is, like, you know, 247, like, you know, we constantly just like living life like that, but you know, every time since I've been here, it's been totally different. And it's just interesting to experience life like that.
Wow, I like that, because it doesn't mean that you always have to have people that are constantly watching your back and go, oh, what's he up to, what's he doing? And it's like you just feel more free, like you said. Something that we didn't talk about before, and I know this has come up as a basic question, but Waterman, what's the meaning behind it? Because we didn't get a chance to talk about it last time. Like, what made you come up with Waterman?
Yeah, Waterman, you know, it was a line that came up from one of my songs, man. I just felt like that was the best name to describe, you know, the drip, and the fashion, and the fact that I love to express myself through fashion. And
so the Waterman comes with the drip all the time, baby.
And everybody loves water, right? So, I felt like that name sort of just, you know, describes me as an umbrella for a lot of things that I am, right? You know, from the fashion to just being like a simple guy.
It's funny because you say that, and I was thinking when you came up with Waterman, because you're not a Pisces, you're a Leo, right? Yeah. So when I was thinking about it, so like, well, he's definitely not a water sign if he's a Leo, but he comes up with Waterman, and that's the vibes of like, you know, certain Pisces. I don't listen to all the people out there. I'm not that guy of astrology. Sometimes it just intrigues me. Just don't come at me.
Oh, so you don't believe in signs?
I do to an extent. I'm a Capricorn, so a lot of what I do see of what Capricorns go through life does resonate a lot with me anyway.
Yeah, I sort of believe in it. Like when I read things about Leos, like it definitely applies to a lot of things in my personality. Yeah,
because they're definitely leaders. So do you feel like when it comes to like decision making and things that you do in life, that you consider yourself like a leader in that respect?
Yeah, I do tend to naturally lead, but as far as like organization, I'm very bad at that. But you know,
right, okay,
it's hard for me to like, you know, like put time and scheduling, all that. But as far as like just leading people and leading myself and just knowing what I want and you know bringing people along with me, you know, even being a leader also means that you're able to serve, and that's a quality that I definitely have. You know, I like to serve people whilst I'm leading them. So I think that I'm a real leader.
So it's that balance of having like, you know, being a leader, but also, you know, not following, but just like, you know, being able to navigate with other people as well on that. So let's talk about the ladies first tour. Of course, like you were in Birmingham, Leicester, Manchester, London, Istanbul, Atlanta. I mean, it's weird because normally, like when I see like tours, it's like normally a UK dedicated tour, and then you had like other countries that go with it as well. I mean, it looked lit. Honestly, like from the stories I've seen, it looked lit. Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, you've been coming here more since 2018 and just being more free. Do you know what I mean? So like with this tour, like of course we'll talk about the Ladies First EP in a bit, but like you setting up this tour, like how did that come about in terms of like this time you want to do like this tour at this time?
Yeah, so I just felt like from the last tour, the first tour we did was when I dropped Waterman. That was in Nigeria.
Yeah,
I never really came out here to tour or do anything like that. So I felt like it's high time that I start to connect more with the fans in the diaspora, because when we look at the analytics and we look at the what they call it, when we look at the analytics, we see that a lot of fans are here and they never really get to experience me physically.
And of course with COVID, that's pushed everything back.
So when we put out the tape, I thought it was the right moment, because that was one of the main motives of putting out that tape, to just like reconnect with the fans before anything from the album comes out. And so I felt that it was necessary to be here and be in London, be in Manchester, Birmingham, go to the States. There's a couple more dates coming up in America that I'm going to announce, but I'm just connecting with everybody, as much as possible before we get to the album. And
it's a thing that obviously, like I said, with COVID, it's pushed everything back. So now it's giving back to your fans of what they've missed. Right. Being at home, now they get to it's like, oh, he's here. He's here. Do you know what I mean? He's here. He's in the flesh. He's not on the screen anymore. Yes. Do you know what I mean? And it must feel like a relief to be able to like perform and tour again in general.
Yeah, man. It's a great feeling, man. You know, because when I was in Gurney in Cyprus, I remember I finished performing, and then I seen a girl was just screaming, "Oh, you need to do pimp, pimp, pimp." And then that's when I realized, because when I dropped that, that's when pandemic hit.
Yes.
And so I never got to perform that or, even experience how big it got, and just being in Cyprus and seeing that people were receptive towards it, is a good feeling. And, just connecting and performing and traveling, and, I'm loving the feeling, and it's really inspiring to do a lot more things with the craft.
Well, I mean, they definitely love seeing you back, man, and we love to see you back, man. And honestly, here in the fresh right now, it feels so good. Like we're not in front of a screen, thank goodness. I've got massive respect for you, because I mean, recently you gave your mum a house.
Oh yeah.
How did you plan that, and did you surprise her in such a way? It was like, let me put the blindfold on you and surprise you. How did it all come about?
Yeah, man. My mom, just growing up, man. Growing up back in Africa, it's not easy.
Of course.
And I watched my mom just do a lot of things for us, me and my sister. She made a lot of sacrifices just to make sure that we went to the right schools. We got the best life possible. And, it's always been there at the back of my mind that we got to definitely pay her back for that. Even though there's no amount of money that you could truly pay her to pay her back.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's a way of showing your appreciation for all the hard work she's done for you. Yeah, of course.
And so we invested in that, in property, and thought that it would be a nice gesture for her. And, she was happy.
I could see. I saw the story. It was just like, it looked like she was already planning it. I'm going to put this here. Because it looked like that. It was just like, thanks for the surprise, son, but now I'm going to plan how I'm going to sort out the house.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves the house, man. She's already coming up with, like, designs. She's like, oh, this got to be a minimal house. We're not doing this.
So will you get a chance to like visit her regularly then? Now that's the case, or because obviously it's in Nigeria, right?
No, it's in Canada.
Oh, it's in Canada.
Yeah, it's in Canada. It's somewhere around Toronto.
Right. Okay. Oh, so you're close by anyway. Yeah. So you can just go down the road and say like, oh yeah, mum, can I have your favorite my favorite dish, please?
Can we have some pepper soup?
That's one of my favorite dishes.
Pepper soup?
Yeah. I like fufu. I also like jollof and rice. It goes without question.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I like fufu, but now I'm on a keto diet, so there's a lot of things I can't eat.
So you're holding back now a bit.
Yeah, I'm stuck to like.
I bet it must be killing you sometimes.
I think I'm getting used to it, man. Like, I'm eating just meat and a lot of like, you know, protein, high protein fruits. You know. The bananas are gone now. Pineapples, no more pineapples.
Oh no!
It's
It must be one of them ones. It's like here we come to the end of the road. Still, I have to let you go. Literally that. Yeah. Well, you definitely seen the ladies, man. But I need tips, bro. Because I don't know whether it's just IG and you know all the posts that you put up that's tricking me, but I need some tips because this dating world for me right now is tough. Especially in London. I mean, it may not seem it to be, but I mean, I need some tips, bro. Like, so from the ladies, man, what should I be doing at this stage? Because obviously with social media, there's a whole bunch of tips and tricks and people putting their opinions across. But what would you say, like, in terms of me? I mean, I'm all right. I do my thing, but I need a little bit more, like, game. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I think the one thing that I just go by is never chase. Like,
never chase.
Never chase.
Really?
Yeah, that's the tip. Like, just let it come to you.
Right. Has that always been like that for you, that you've never chased, or it's just like it's just natural gravitation? Like,
yeah, it's been always natural. Even before I was an artist, like I always just, you know, sort of had it. That women just gravitate towards me.
Damn. Like, I wish I just had that juice, like just to be like, oh yes, I'm you know, I'm sexy ladies.
Maybe
you know
it's the hair.
Maybe
you need to grow your hair out.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's the key. Grow your hair out.
Maybe.
Right.
Is it? Sorry, man.
Is it the key? Because is it the key? I mean, have you seen him like just like? Is it just like that easy?
I mean, it's part of it. But
Oh, so it's a part of it. So it's just yeah. I just don't get it because it's like if you already got it, it's just like maybe I don't know what to do to make myself just be like I could just be here and like you know.
Yeah.
It's not that simple for me.
It's not?
Nah.
Okay,
not
we
really.
got it's the hair, it's also the style. You got the Jordans. I like.
Yeah,
that.
I got the J's. Yeah, I got the J's.
Yeah, we'll talk after.
Okay. Well, we'll talk after.
Yeah.
Make sure. Hey, just to be clear, I do have some game, but I just want to learn for the ladies' man himself. Just make sure that you ladies know that I'm ready for you lot. Like I'm ready for a relationship. I'm ready to do my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, are you the traditional type when it comes to like you know when you like say when you take a girl on a date? I don't know what your situation is, but you know, do you pull out the chair, open the door? That sort. Are you a traditional sort of person in that way as well? Like when it comes to it?
Not really. So I mean, I wish I was though.
Right.
Like, it's really conflicting for me because like I grew up never really having to like, you know, open my own doors or like pull my own chairs. Like you know, even just being an artist, like you know, you have a team that's doing all that stuff.
I see.
And so it's very conflicting for me when I go out on dates. Then I have to take myself out of
the music part of you,
guys,
right?
And it's just a lot. So
yeah.
But you know, I'm blessed that I have a lot of understanding women in my life that
right.
you know understand that is whatever it is, it's like true love.
Yeah.
You know, whether I pull the chairs out or I open the doors or whatever, you know, like. They know that the intentions is real at the end of the day.
Hey, listen, like let me come to Canada with you. I'll fit in your suitcase. Let's go, right? And then you show me some game, and then like you know, if there's, listen, I'll spread the love. I'll be like, yeah, bring some to me, and then like you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta be on road. We gotta be on road, and you know.
We gotta be on road for this.
Yeah. I'm saying like you gotta experience the life, you know, of an artist.
Okay. Hey, listen, like I've been in this industry for 10 years, but I've not really seen the full grasp of what it is, like that life. I've only got like glimpses of us talking now, but I don't get the whole experience really that way.
You definitely got to set that up, man. You got to come to Nigeria too.
Oof.
You got to see the women.
Oof.
You know.
Oh, listen, I'm ready. I'm so ready, man. I'm so ready, man.
Accra. Where you from? Originally?
So my dad is originally Caribbean, and my mum is British. So, but I need a lot more exploring. I haven't done that many holidays.
Yeah, we gotta set that up.
Oh boy, listen, we'll talk afterwards for sure. So, ladies first, your EP. It's very much signature to a lot of the you know the tunes that you've been doing back in the days. Very standout as far as like your singing and the melodies that you're using as well. But one standout was Left Side. I love Left Side. It feels more of a calmer vibe, and it's like kind of the vibes that it kind of almost feels like that nostalgic feeling to me a little bit. I mean, what made you come up with Left Side? Because it really is it's like, of course, you worked with Tiwa Savage, and that's you know most known on the EP, but like Left Side is really a banger for me.
Yeah, Yeah, on the EP is just storytelling, man. We're just touching upon like different emotions from love to betrayal to sex, and I felt like Left Side had to be on there to really talk about one of those nights.
Yeah.
I worked with a songwriter on that. That was one of my first times exploring like songwriting with external people. And yeah, we came up with that to just touch upon that topic. Really.
It's definitely a banger, and then of course like Katie Kane and Tiwa Savage, two features.
Yes.
I mean, of course, Tiwa Savage, big Afrobeats
Yeah, and
artist.
Rosalia as well. It's not listed on there, but Rosalia did the outro on Rosalia.
Yes, because it was track 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
yeah,
track
that's
two.
right.
Yeah.
Because I thought Rosalia, so I thought that was the track name. I didn't realize that she was a part of it towards the end.
She was a part
Okay,
of it. Yeah.
so I mean, how was it working with Rosalia?
Yeah, so we were already done with the track, me and Katie, and she heard it and she wanted to, contribute something to it.
Yeah. Oh, she just was like, yeah, let me put some spin onto it.
Yeah.
It was just a random affair, just like, oh, let me put something to it. We thought, yeah, go ahead. As there was. Oh, that's cool. But and then with Tiwa Savage, like, I know that you probably had a connection with her before, but how did it come about for Tiwa to be one of the main tracks on the EP?
Yeah. So we had done the song with Stefflon Don like I think 2 years prior.
Yeah.
And we had plans to do something from my tape as well. And so when I recorded Hold Me, I just knew that was the right tune for her. And I was in Atlanta. I came back to Nigeria, and we chopped it up.
And as simple as that, really.
Yeah.
One fact that I've heard about is that you like to record in dark spaces.
Yeah.
Now, how does that work? Like, take me through. Is it a thing where you need to have like candles on in the room to get a little bit of ambience, or is it literally just you have to be completely in the dark, like actually no light whatsoever? How does it work?
Yeah, sometimes I like it to be like completely dark, like pitch black. Like it just makes me feel like I'm in my world, And
Really?
I just feel free.
Yeah.
And I just do whatever I want to do musically. Sometimes I want candles. I like that warm, cozy vibe to record. Sort of just stimulates my mind differently. I don't know.
Do you feel it's like when you have lights on, it's kind of like a distraction for that way when you're wanting to get in the zone when you're recording and writing? Is that what it is? Is it something from maybe childhood as well? Is it something like that?
I don't even know what it is. I always just am more creative in a space where I'm by myself. Like certain songs that I put out that I wrote just sitting on the toilet seat by myself.
Wow.
When I'm by myself, that it just works better.
Yeah.
And so I like to stimulate that by just living in pitch black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you go into dark spaces often, or is it just when you're in the zone for music?
Yeah, pretty often.
Pretty often.
Yeah, I don't like too much lights.
Really?
Generally.
So I mean, obviously, right now, I mean, because there must be a difference. Like when you're recording, you're in the zone. So that how do you translate your energy? Let's say like when you're performing on stage, all spotlights are on you, and then how you're able to switch so that when you're in the studio, you want it in the dark, and then you can instantly perform when the lights are all on you.
I don't know. It just works. It just works. When I'm on stage, when I'm recording, that's the vision. That's the end goal. That the flashy lights then come eventually. So when I jump on stage and people are recording and doing all that stuff, that's really where I want to be. That's my favorite space.
Right.
And I'm just happy to see the lights then. But when I'm trying to be creative, I really don't want to see the lights.
Wow, that's a new one. I've never heard that before. Any artist that I've interviewed for the past 10 years, on and off, I've never heard. This is a new one for me. I mean, maybe I might try that just to, see when it comes to filming, but it might not be the same because obviously you need lights to kind of make it work. But I mean, of course, like the last time you were signed to a label, at the time when we spoke, big up to Paniswa for putting us together. It was Columbia that got us to speak. And of course, I know that you've been running a label since 2019, the Money Mob. Yeah. So what's the situation now then? Are you fully independent? Are you working with a label? Like how is that working for you right now?
Yeah, we're still in partnership with Sony Music.
Yeah.
Still work with Taponiswa.
Yeah. You still work together. So that partnership is still there.
Yeah, still there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was a lot of setbacks, from the pandemic, and that sort of delayed the project and everything. But we still work together.
Okay. So I mean, I'm hearing that you got like a few people on the label. You got like DJ Yankee that's with you at the moment. Have you got other artists that you're looking to put on the label? Or is it kind of just like DJ Yankee for now as a set project, and then work and develop it later on?
Yeah, so right now it's just me and DJ Yankee. You
Yeah.
know, we're trying to get it to the point where we can bring other people on, and we're really able to give and invest into their careers in ways that, you know, would really be beneficial to them. You know, so we're trying to make sure that the structure is right, you know, and everything is really set. You know, for other people to come on.
Okay. So you got that structure in place, and it's like, you again, where we talked about you being a leader, being a Leo, you like to kind of have your sort of control and your spin of things to make it that this is my baby, this is what I like to do. So I guess the Money Mob was something that, you know, with music, you wanted something that you can have control over.
Right.
Do you feel like it's important when it comes to artists that you have total freedom of what it is you're producing, you're making, put it out there? And, you know, obviously with record labels, I know that there's partnerships. Like, how important is it to make sure that you have that balance of, you know, working with people that can work with you, but also have that creative freedom?
Yeah, I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks. Some people need direction. You know, some people cannot do it on their own.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not for everybody. You don't have to be a boss. You know, not everyone is built to be a boss. There's nothing wrong with taking all the, you know, roles and, you know, allowing other people to take control. You know what I'm saying? But there's just certain people that, you know, are equipped with that and know exactly what they want and how they want to drive things. And so, you know, it's different strokes for different folks.
Wow, I hear that, man. And the last time you were here, like you said, you met with Tiny Temper. You were saying that you wanted to work with Dave and Fredo as well.
Yeah.
Are those plans still kind of in the works? And are there other artists that you've been hearing about since you've been here, because you've had a lot more time to kind of digest everything this time?
Yeah. So with Dave and them, you know, I haven't even gotten time to record since I got here. I've literally just been, you know,
here, there, and everywhere.
Here and there.
You're stuck with me as well.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that, you know, in the next couple of days, I'm able to like sit and just create music. You know, I've been listening to this guy called H.
Because I remember the interview we did last, and
we
we were trying to figure it out, and I felt so dumb afterwards. I felt like my IQ was going right downhill. I was like, no, I felt so embarrassed. So H, we're really sorry. But yeah, it was H that you would. Have you heard of?
So he came to Nigeria recently, and
Yes, I've been hearing.
Yeah, he had that song that he shot over there, and I really like his energy, and yeah, I definitely like to work with him.
Yeah, what about RD as well? Because he's another sick
that?
rapper as well. So basically, he's from Brighton. He's blown up just in a similar light to H as well. Okay. So they worked together on a track. I think it's Warren. Banging, sick artist as well.
I probably know him. It's a possibility that I've heard.
Yeah.
You know.
So is there any other artists that you've been hearing about besides them lot that you know, since the last time we spoke, that you got your eye on?
There's a song that it's called Doja Cat.
Yes. Oh, Central C.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that song. I love that song. Central C is killing it in the American market as well right now. Yeah. And he's kind of like one of those young cats that are really bringing drill into the mainstream, as in like, you know, going to America and killing it as well. And one of the sort of leading guys to kind of bring drill like worldwide in that sort of way. So I can imagine you and Central C. That would be a sick one, to be fair.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Yeah, man. Well, what would you want to say to Central C if he's watching this?
Let's cook up, brother. Let's get it.
Right, let's do it, man. Let's do it. So, I mean, of course, we worked with Wizkid in the past. We were talking about it before. And of course, I just found out the other day that Made in Lagos is now certified gold in the US. You know, the only Nigerian and African to, you know, sell 500,000 copies in the US. And I know that you're building yourself to be in the next, you know, the pinnacle, like what Wizkid has done. You know, obviously with Big Son, Thames, and Essence. We met him in 2013, and like, you know, he was already big, but he blew himself to the point of you know, a point of no return. Like, everyone knows who he is now. With those sorts of accolades that he's built over the years, for you, I know that you've been killing it for a number of years now. Is that something you aspire to be, as far as like, you know, being the pinnacle in, you know, in African music? Yeah,
man, that's always been the dream. You know, to be the guy. You know, first of all, it was for afrobeats to even get to the point where the entire world is listening. And you know, as we can see now, you know, we're at that point where it's almost become like mainstream music, you know, everywhere we go. and then the other dream has been to be the guy. And I think I'm on the right path. Like when I listen to the radio and watch TV and listen to a lot of songs that's out right now, I hear stuff that I definitely influenced. It feels like I've influenced a whole new wave of artists that sound just like me, and that definitely is something that reminds me that I'm on the path to becoming the main guy. You're
definitely on that way to being like the ultimate great. You're already becoming one of the greats, but like you to be the ultimate great, where you want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Be on that same level, like with Wizkids, the Burner Boys. I mean, the African Giant as well. Like, yeah. I mean, because you worked with Wizkid like for the first time. Like, did you ever anticipate that where he's at now, that you've had a chance to work with him, and the success he's built? Like, you're sharing that success of like knowing that, oh, I've worked with, like one of the greats.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, whoever wins, we all win. Like,
of course,
it's a collective thing. Whether it's Wizkid that's doing it, or it's Burner Boys, whoever's doing it, like everyone's proud that at least they're shedding a new light, or we shedding a new light on Africa, and Africa has been perceived differently now, and people are more interested in the culture and the food and the people. And so it's a collective win for everybody.
It definitely is, man, because it's like we're being exposed to it in a new light as well.
Right.
It's not like what we're exposed to before, like the negative connotations that go with it. Now it's like we're seeing it as like, I want to live there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I've got, I'm seeing mansions over there. Like, you guys are living large, bro. Do you know the ones there?
Yeah.
Trust me, you're living. I mean, you got different countries that you can feed into here, Canada, and Africa. Like, you know what I mean? Just dominate the whole world at this point. Do you know what I mean? Have another house, like, I don't know. I mean, would there be another place that you would want to live in as well? Or is it literally just you're cool with where you are now?
I don't know. So, I think, one place that I really like is Togo. I don't know, for some reason, like,
okay.
Yeah, it just feels very like close to nature, and I'd like to go there. And I really liked Cyprus for some reason.
Yeah, because it looked like you were just like some of the stories that I've seen. I'm like, yes, this is my home.
It was really calm, and that's how I like to leave. Like, I'm not really like a loud outside guy. Like, I really like to just be in my own space and just like relax and be close to nature. And Cyprus gave me that.
Do you consider yourself like an introvert?
I could be.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm an extroverted introvert. The way I look at it is like I could be loud, like, amongst people when I'm among people, but when I'm in my own space, it's just like I feel more introverted. It's just like I want my own space. Do you feel that way in a similar light? Like when you're on the stage or performing or being around people, you're one way, but then when you're back home, like you said, you want the lights off. Yeah. So I guess that may be the introverted part of you.
Yeah, that's the introverted part of me. I mean, I think I'm predominantly introvert, but the work gets me out there talking a lot and performing a lot and doing a lot of stuff. But ideally just be home and just watching cartoons and just chilling with my dogs.
That's the life. What's your favorite cartoon? Have you got a few?
Now,
like,
I don't have a favorite cartoon.
Yeah. Is there like favorite TV shows that you like to watch on your downtime?
Favorite TV shows. The thing is, like, my attention span is really low, so I can't really, I can't really focus on a TV show. But I watch just beats of a lot of things, and I don't even keep the names in my head. I just watch.
You just watch whatever's there.
But one thing that I watch though, I really like the Squid Games. That's one thing that I was able to watch.
Everyone's been on it.
Yeah, that I was able to watch for a long time.
I still haven't watched it yet though.
Oh man, you need to. Check
Am I missing out? Really?
Yeah, you need to check that out.
Oh man, I feel like I'm one of those old Donnies that just stick to whatever classics that I like. So
Squid Games is sick.
Yeah. I'm more of a Law and Order guy. I'm into my crime dramas and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I've been watching some crime shows too. So there's this thing called FBI Files on YouTube.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, I watched some robbery, some heist stuff.
Yes, kids, don't do that though. Don't do that though. Yeah, you can watch these documentaries, but don't do them, please. We want our lives to be simple. Yeah, easier that. Well, I know you from your vibey signature of how you sing, and we know that that's the vibes that you come with. But I remember you did the Versace remix years ago.
Oh man!
That you used to rap.
Yeah.
And the rap and the bars you came were hard, freestyling off. I thought, what is this? The same Dice that I know now?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what good here? Like, Would we ever see, like, I mean, when you came out with that, was this before you were exploring singing, and would we ever get like rap bars back, because you're pretty good?
Yeah, man.
You're pretty good at barring, bro.
Yeah, I started off just rapping, man. Afrobeats came, even singing in general came along the way, pretty recently. And when I dropped Versace, I was, just purely rapping.
Right.
But I do want to rap, on the new album. I'm definitely gonna, have some rap. Even on Monica, on Ladies First.
Yeah.
Some little rap singing.
Little teases here and there.
Yeah, here and there where I'm.
But it's not like a full. We would like to. I would personally like to hear like a full session, like one track at least.
For sure.
Because like Versace was just like, I didn't even realize it was you. Because I mean, obviously that was without the hair before, and obviously you've evolved, you glowed up and everything else, and you've always had style about you anyway. But like for you to having bars, I did not know that. I was just like, this guy can bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, of course, the reason why I asked about it, because you shared the stage with the Migos years ago as well. Obviously with Krypton Conan, that was there as well. With the Migos, would a collab with any of the guys be something that you want to go for, since that you covered Versace all them years ago?
Yeah,
I mean, Quavo, Takeover, Offset. What are you thinking, man?
It'd be crazy, man, to hear a Dice and Migos track. I think they split up, didn't they?
Have they split up?
Yeah, I hear something like that. I think I don't know.
But every time I hear that there's a split up, they're always back together anyway at some point. So whether it's like a reunion tour or something like that.
Yeah, they better come back together. But yeah, I think it would be dope, to do a trap record. That's something I definitely, do a trap record with like Future and the Migos sick. And
that would be sick. Imagine Dice, Future, Migos. Oh my god, game over.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Game over. It's a controversial question, but who's your favorite Migos member?
It's so tough.
Oh, I got you there.
I don't know, but I think like I think Takeoff has like the sickest flow though.
Right.
I think Takeoff. Yeah, Takeoff's mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mean. But I mean, everyone collectively has their own sort of spin on things. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, because I'm just gassed at the idea of you being with Migos in future. Make that happen, please. Make it happen.
Yeah,
I want to hear all that stuff, man. I mean, who would be a dream collaboration now? Like, who would be the ultimate? When you've hung up your boots, who would you say that you would like to have been chopping it up with?
Who is it? I don't know. I think Drake. I think working with Drake would be amazing.
Seems the ultimate. Seems, and he's in Canada as well. Like, you live there practically. You can go around the corner to find this. No, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's that simple. Probably like security will just be like, who's this guy coming to my house?
I think Drake for sure. I think he's amazing. And he's also from Canada, so why not?
Yeah, Drake would be ultimate. And I hear that your sister has a clothing brand.
Yeah.
What's it? Kadiju.
Yes.
Bro,
thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, because I love the stuff that she's coming with. Like, is there a possibility that maybe I can get a care package?
Of course, man. Of course.
You know what I mean? Send me a little care, because the style that she puts on you is amazing.
Yeah, she's killing it. We launched like about a year ago, and she she did Lagos Fashion Week. In the first couple weeks that we launched, and then now she's about to do Lagos Fashion Week again, and it's just grown bigger and bigger over time. And I'm just happy for her that she's able to channel all the dreams into reality, and everyone's happy. My mom is, my dad is. Yeah. Shout out to her.
Yeah, man. She's killing it. Well, I mean, the designs are crazy. I mean, like, that's kind of me. I like a bit of color with me as well. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to come like I'm a boss. But right now, I mean, I've got the fours, but that's as far as it goes at the moment. That's going out of my budget. Everyone's there at the moment. So, I mean, speaking of drip, I mean, like, you're drippy everywhere. I mean, you even got like the jewels on right now. You got a little bit, got the rollie on. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, again, a little bit of a controversial question, but what's the most expensive thing you've ever bought? Curious.
Oh man, I don't even know. I actually don't remember.
Right. Yeah, is it just a phase that you just go through and just buy whatever you like?
Yeah, I just buy whatever I like, and I'm very careless. Like, I buy things and just like forget what they cost. Like,
so is it just like in the moment you don't really care? You're not one for like, I can't get that because of it. You're just like, fuck it.
I'm not really like, I'm not as dreepy as I appear. Like, I'm not really like
really? You would have fooled me.
I'm not really materialistic like that. Like, I don't really like care about stuff. Like, I don't it's not. I don't really care about how much it costs or whatever. Like,
Right.
you know, I don't mind rocking anything. I just buy things because they look good.
Yeah.
And you know, doesn't
So
matter.
forget the price tag. If it looks good, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with the Versace ones on your, I mean, feel like you got that little luxury sort of ways about you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, talk to me about the drip. Talk to me about what you got on. Like, what's the vibes that will come with?
Oh man, the shoes are Comme des Garçons.
Yeah.
And Nike collab. You know, the shades.
Yeah. And
Versace.
yeah.
And this, my stylist hooked me up today.
Oh, you hooked it.
Yeah.
So you say like, oh yeah, you got a lot of interviews today. Yeah, you got to come with the drip.
I didn't get the check, but I think it's a French brand.
Right.
That had sent these to her to style me in. I forgot the name.
Right.
You know, I think I'm just gonna check it. Give
Yeah.
them a shout out.
Nah, that's cool.
If I find it, but it's no internet here, but it's a French brand that makes this and they
Yeah.
put me in this today.
Nah, they hooked you up well, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what's in your rider as well? When you're at a show, right? When you're performing at a concert, like, you know, what do you have on your rider? Like, what specific things you need? Because some people like requests of like, I've got to have green Skittles only, or I've got to have certain drinks. Like, what's on your rider when you're at a concert?
Yeah, as far as like hospitality, you know, like it's because I'm on a keto diet. You know, I just stick to like, you know, water, you know, certain fruits like cantaloupe, blueberries.
Okay, so very health
raspberries,
conscious.
But, you know, very health conscious. Chicken, you know, salads, grapefruits.
Okay.
What else do I eat on tour? Yeah, it's just, you know, just healthy stuff. And
She's like, I don't care what he eats. I'm just there I'm just happy to be there.
yeah, strawberries, you know, Greek yogurt.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My
So
mum's on that. She loves Greek yogurts.
Yeah, my rider is pretty healthy, and these promoters sometimes they're so confused, you know, because
they must look at you and think like, well, you don't want champagne, you don't want fizzy drinks, you don't want like chicken or anything on your table.
I do want chicken, you know, I want chicken, I want seafood. You know, I remember a couple of days ago when we was in Turkey,
right?
You know, the guy came to the airport with Hennessy and stuff, and then he felt like he had killed it. And I was like,
what? I
just want my raspberries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly just want my fruits.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, man. Because I'm African, so it's kind of confusing to a lot of people. You know, a lot of people is like, oh, why are you eating that? Like, why are you not eating some eba? And, you know, like, I like that, but it's just...
Yeah, because I know with Burna Boy, like I've heard that obviously his demands are like crazy. I'm hearing that, you know, he needs to have a convoy of 5 vehicles. He needs to have like SUVs, 5-star hotels.
Okay. I thought you meant like feeding and stuff.
Well, that too, but like I mean, just in general, I mean, he needs his towels all black. That's what I've heard, and you know, and just loads of stuff. Really, are you when it comes to that? Are you quite, you know, because you're more like I'm just chilled vibes, like. You know what? It obviously like when you went to Cyprus, I think it was Turkey the other day. Like you know, you were with your bodyguards and your people. But is there any more than probably the limo or being driven there? Is there any more that you want when it comes to going to shows, or is it just like you're cool with all the stuff that you just mentioned? I just want my raspberries and done. Yeah,
so like the accommodation, you know, like the hotel's got to be 5-star as well, you know, because that also affects my mind, you know, when I'm performing. Like I like to be in spaces.
Really? That's interesting.
Like, you know, just the environment that I'm in and how it makes my mind feel sort of affects how I perform.
Okay.
You know, so I got to be in the right places when I'm on tour.
Right. You know? So when you're touring, you feel like you need the best to be at your best.
Yeah. I need
and then when it comes to chilling like this, it's just like I'm cool. Like yeah. So like when you came by yourself today, it's just like I'm chilling in London. It's not like I'm going to a show right now. I mean, you know, I'm hearing that you're going to a party later on, so maybe it's a thing. Well, do you need like a set table? Have you got like
of course
you've got VIP set already? You know,
that's usual. That's normal. Like that's normal.
It's not normal for me. I'm the one that's waiting outside. I'm the one that's just like, okay, I'm in the club by the bar, just like hoping I don't get ignored by any of these girls in there.
I mean,
no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like I don't really go to parties. Like I'm not like I'd rather party in the house and bring the girls home and bring my boys house parties and do my thing and just. You know, but when I go to parties, I'm usually invited. So, you know, they gotta
because you're Dice Ailes.
They gotta make sure
you're the Waterman.
They gotta make sure it's all set. You know.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so that's pretty normal for.
Hey, I need. So Can I come to one of your house parties whenever that comes?
Of course, man.
I need to see what the vibe is like, you know what I mean? And
course.
obviously, hopefully, there'll be a few women that I can, you know, kind of work and talk with and
brother, I
stuff.
got you.
All right, cool, man. Hey, listen, the song, you heard it here first. So if you see any IG stories of me drunk, but cool in a nice way. Listen, I'm not one of them guys, that just causes trouble. I'm a nice, I vibe. I'm wavy. If I have a few drinks, I'm wavy. I'm nice.
Yeah.
I'm more
What's your
chilled.
favorite drink?
Ooh, interested. I like a spice rum. I like spice rum. I like I like a bit of a cocktail. I like beers, but that's more towards like in the hot weather in the summer. But if I'm at a party, cocktails, whiskeys, rums are more my thing though. That's me. You know what I mean? Like yeah. I mean, I don't mind a bit of Ciroc now and again, but it depends on my mood. But rums are normally my go-to. Yeah. So you're just planning that in your mental, thinking like, right, he needs rum, so put that all together and stuff, man. But well, Dice, I don't want to hold you up much longer because I know you got more famous shit to do, so I ain't gonna hold you up much longer. But bro, thank you.
Thanks for having me, brother.
So much for coming through.
Finally, man.
Finally.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, man. You know, we were stuck.
See this guy. You know, he turned up on a full celebrity tip. You know, he had to make sure the drip was right. You know what I mean? It took a while, but we got in here.
But you know, thanks for waiting and thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, listen. Pleasure's mine.
Yes, brother.
Pleasure's mine. Well, if you want to tell our audience where they can catch you on all the socials and what's coming up for you, check it. You can look into that camera right there. Let them know what's going on, man.
Yeah, man. You know, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Hit me up. Hold Me video with Tiwa Savage is coming out in a little bit. And shout out all the fans supporting. Shout out all the media houses. Shout out you, everybody. You know, big love. We in London.
Hey, we're in London, baby. We got a chilled one, and he's going to be turned up in the next couple of hours, man. With his raspberry drinks on deck, right?
Yeah, my cranberry juice.
Your friend is just like, oh, for fuck's sake, really? Are we going to go on this hike tonight? I'm going to get my drinks where you get your raspberry. You do your thing, yeah? You be the health conscious guy.
Yeah.
Nah, but honestly, bro, absolute pleasure. It was great to see you in the flesh, man. And wish you all the best, man. Hopefully you get to come to London even more so. And you just be one of us, innit?
Yeah.
I might take you around a little bit of touring myself, but like I won't do the usual sort of tours. You know, like central London. I'll take you to some like, you know, trendy spots.
Right,
you know what I mean?
I'm down.
Down. All right, cool. We'll go on the line backs as well.
Let's do it.
All right?
Let's do it, brother.
J Bills Media Spotlight UK reunited with Dice Ailes in the flesh. Yes, he's here. He's here. He's not on a screen anymore. Big up to Dice.
Yeah.
And, you know, pleasure's mine from having him. And check out more material. He's got some good shit. And hopefully more raps on the way.
Yeah.
And we out of here.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.